We've got just 9 hours left on transfer deadline day, but we do have 35 million in cash. But the question is, how do we use this money to improve our team? Because you see, over the last couple of seasons, we've spent a lot of time building out this Palace team. And yes, there have been setbacks, like club captain Guehi leaving, Eze recently leaving for Liverpool. But in spite of that, we've replaced them really well. Players like Esteve and more recently, Morgan Rogers coming in. This Palace team looks unbelievable in terms of quality. And that is showing so far in the Premier League as 3 games, 3 wins. And that makes this deadline day signing even more important. Because maybe if we can get this transfer right, it could somehow put us in the Premier League title race. Alright boys, it's time to make a decision. I think we've got like 2 options here on what we can do. Option 1 is not make a signing. Just save the money that we've got. Maybe keep it for January when we can see where we need to invest it. And I do like this option because if you look at our first team right now, it's been built so well. We've got talent almost everywhere. But saying that, I do think we've got a problem, particularly in that left midfield position. Now, if you remember last season, Opde got injured for a couple of months, and that kind of threw our season away. We bottled Premier League results, lost the Europa League final even, and if something like that happens again, maybe a Rodgers injury, a Mateta injury, the same thing might happen again, and we can't allow that. I think we've got depth in almost every position bar that left midfield spot. So that's the play now with 8 hours to go. We'll use the 35 million that we've got, bring in a left midfielder to compete with Opde. And okay, we've got a press conference now. Marcus Rashford showed his admiration for S2G so that he can join the Palace project. He thinks coach S2G can truly revive his career. Also, Raksaki has admired Rashford as a player and a human being. Thoughts on the project? Well, I don't think I've ever seen a perfect comment like that one, because Marcus Rashford, he's literally everything I think we need. He's had a decent season, of course, at Aston Villa. Now back at Man United, where probably he doesn't want to play. 80 overall means that I think he easily fits in our budget. In fact, I think we can get a great discount on him. And because he's a bit older, I think it's good competition for Opde. I mean, this literally could be the perfect deadline day signing. Plus, Rashford can play striker as well, so he gives us a bit of depth for Mateta. With the clock ticking, boys, let's not waste any time. I want to sign Marcus Rashford. We're in a room here with Ruben Amorim, and I'm going to try and get a deal out of this, boys. 15 million would be crazy. That would leave us with cash to maybe do something in January as well. Okay, 16.2, bro. That is crazy for Marcus Rashford. I'm going to try and stick to 15 million to try and get the best deal, and it's actually worked. This might be one of the craziest career mode deals I think I've ever done. And on transfer deadline day, we have pulled it off. Marcus Rashford is joining Crystal Palace. I think I got to give a lot of the credit for this signing to you guys. Because yeah, Marcus Rashford, I think, was an unbelievable suggestion. Exactly what we need. And with that, boys, we are done with deadline day. With the window shut, this is the team we've got for this season. How would you rate our transfer window? I think we did a pretty good job considering the situation. You know, having to sell Eze, replacing him. I'd give this window a solid 9. I don't really know what we could have done better. Let me know in the comments. Now, with all the transfer drama done, it's time we focus on the Premier League. Don't forget, this season we're not going to be in any European competition, which means we will have an advantage over all the other clubs. Our players should be more fit, and could that lead to something special? I know we're in the title race already, but it's early days. Being realistic, I think our goal should be like top 4 minimum, and we can see where it goes from there. By the way, don't forget we've got board objectives as well, and if we don't complete at least 3 out of the 5, the Palace project ends, I'll be sacked. But so far, things are looking good, boys. We had to sign an 83+ English player, which we did in Morgan Rogers. Trusting the youth one is going well, thanks to the fact that we've got 2 unbelievable talents like Jamie Barlow, as well as Austin Wheatley. Oh, and by the way, look at this. Borussia Dortmund is interested in Jamie Barlow. I mean, you know you've got talent when Dortmund is interested in you, but of course, we're going to reject this. Barlow is key for one of our board objectives, and I kind of really want to just develop him. But yeah, even our objectives have got like a top 4 finish, winning a trophy. We really do need to have a big season this time around. We can't bottle like last season where we lost the Europa League. Nah, that is not happening. And by the way, we've got our first big test in the Premier League. We're facing Spurs. And I think for this game, I do want to give Rashford his debut. And by the way, this game is important for our board objectives too, because we need to win 5 games against the traditional top 6. The board wanted us to do that to show that we belong with the big clubs in the Premier League. But so far, those Spurs is just going right through us, and with a chance for Solanke and 1-0 Spurs. Bro, the first time this season we face against a big club, and well, we're getting cooked. Let's finally give the ball to Marcus Rashford. Debut for Palace. And come on, I think we can make a comeback here. Is Rashi on the ball, looking for Mateta. Now another one for Raksaki in a great spot. How did we not score there? Oh, Rashford getting tackled like that. Please tell me we've not signed the Man United version of Rashford. I want the Aston Villa Rashford. Oh, this is exactly the version of Rashford I want. Look at the pace, but no, he's lost it a bit. Okay, Rashford might not be as quick as he once was.
I've got no legs.
Raksaki, though, seeing the run of Munoz. This is nice. Brilliant ball inside for Marcus Rashford, but I think he's off. He can't believe it, but just look at the lines. He was actually miles offside, man. He should have really held his run there. Maybe so far I'm just really trying hard with Rashford. I just want him to succeed here at Palace, and he's put in a really good pass for Davies, who's actually got the finish. For a left back, that wasn't too bad. Also an assist for Marcus Rashford. Okay, it's 1-1 now, and now we got to push forward here and take this game away. We need to show that this season we're ready to beat the big teams regularly. Uh-oh, too much space here for Spurs. We're not defending this well, but we've got Big T Nendo. What a save that was. Man, Spurs have suddenly upped the tempo massively. We're struggling here, and this time they've scored. We're trying to make an instant comeback, though, with Mateta, who strikes that and puts it wide. That is one criticism I have of Mateta, is that sometimes he takes way too many chances to score. And in games like this, against the big boys in the Premier League, he's not clinical enough. And I can't believe it, boys. This is a massive setback. I really thought this season, with the way we were building our team, that we could compete for the Premier League title. How silly of me. And just like that, we're no longer unbeaten in the Premier League. We're still second, but that result versus Spurs has filled me with a lot of doubts. Maybe the departures of Guehi and even Eze, they've hit us really hard overall. And this season's not going to be easy without leaders like them. We're going to need other players to step up. Last episode, the one player that did step up was Raksaki. He's your player of the episode. And for that, we are giving him the finesse shot playstyle. Honestly, this season, I think we're betting a lot on Raksaki. We need him to grow like crazy, become the next Saka. Because I actually see the potential is there. He is that good. Right now, let's get him on a development plan to improve his passing. Meanwhile, we've now got a Carabao Cup game, and you know I'm absolutely shameless. We're gonna take the Carabao Cup extremely seriously. Because look at our objectives, man. We need to win a trophy, and I think the Carabao Cup is probably the only trophy possible realistically. Now, the good thing is, because we aren't playing European football, our team should be mostly fit for all the Carabao Cup games. Although I do want to take this chance to play the likes of Barlow and even Wheatley at the back. Because yeah, the board wants us to give the young players a chance as well, and it makes sense to do that in the Carabao Cup. Okay, this would be a really nice way to bounce back from that Spurs defeat. Bro, the fact that we've got mostly our first team playing is just so shameless. I mean, like, Morgan Rogers playing like a round 6 Carabao Cup game is hilarious. But hey, I said we're taking it seriously, and that's exactly what we're doing. Water ball for Raksaki, and he's got the finish as well. Just as we were talking about him taking things to the next level. Now, defensively, it's going to be all on Wheatley and the youngster. They're doing a brilliant job. And now we're trying to finish this game off with Morgan Rogers here, looking for options. Raksaki is there again, and he gets himself another goal. And through we go to the next round of the Carabao Cup. We're going to give everything to try and win this trophy. Oh, and we've drawn Watford in the round of 16 of the Carabao Cup. I will take that. Now, once again in the Carabao Cup, we're going to continue using our youngsters, Wheatley and Barlow. They've been doing the job. But let's keep pushing, boys. If we make it to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, that's when we can start believing that, yes, a trophy is possible. And here's Barlow on the attack. Want to take one from distance, and that wasn't too bad. Marcus Rashford here. I'm really hoping he can have a big impact in a game like this. Finds Barlow. Oh, that was a good pass for Rogers, but I think he was offside anyways. We're getting got offside way too often in this episode. Gotta say, though, Watford do mean business here, because I'm not able to get the ball off them for the most part. Wheatley's again there to clear things up, but we need to be doing stuff going forwards as well. And that's when a run like this from Marcus Rashford could come through. I don't know how he's managed to keep hold of the ball. He's still got it here. Looks for a pass for Barlow. He strikes, and there's the goal. I don't know how Jamie Barlow does it, but he always seems to be among the goals. Now, let's not give Watford a way back into this game. I want to settle things, and we're looking to find Barlow here. He does need a bit of support. He's actually dribbled really well there. Still Barlow. What a finish. Nah, man, this kid is something special. And through we go to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Oh, no, I can't believe this. We've drawn Arsenal. It had to happen at some point. We were going to end up facing big clubs. I mean, this is a trophy after all we're playing for. This is where the Carabao Cup gets really serious. Now, the good thing is it is going to be a while until we've got that game against Arsenal. Until then, we got to focus on the Premier League. Because look at that. We have dropped off quite a bit with a few losses, but we're still in 4th. Not too bad. 19 points. But I do think, though, if we want to stay in the top 4, qualify for Champions League next year, we're going to have to beat the big clubs. We're up against Chelsea next. This is also a chance to beat a top 6 club. Could be the player. Chance to do something. Munoz cutting it back. And Ruksaki, how have you not scored? And oh, man, Chelsea coming forward with Nicola Jackson. And fair enough. I don't know what's happening this season against the big clubs. We just don't seem to have the quality. We're still going to try our best, though. Ruksaki, I don't know from that angle what more he could have done. Up there, back in the lineup after a while, looking for Ruben Neves, who's going to try one from distance, and that wasn't too bad. We got to keep pushing, man. A goal from somewhere will come if we keep putting the pressure. Let's try across at the back post. It's brilliant. And come on, Morgan Rogers, you've got to do better. We're constantly trying to push, man. Ruksaki on the charge once again. If he can find a bit of space, he can, but not the keeper. Oh, but they've made a mistake. Ball inside for Marteta. He's got to score. And Marteta finally scores. It's been a while, it feels like. Equalizing against Chelsea. And now it feels like things have completely changed. Morgan Rogers, how he should have scored that. The amount of chances I feel like we're wasting right now, it's crazy. And that's going to end up costing us, man. I can't believe it. But Ruksaki, once again, in a good spot. Eze up there. Once again, their keeper stops it. What more am I supposed to do? We lost to Spurs, and now we lost to Chelsea as well. One thing that result made me realize is that we're nowhere near good enough to fight for the title. Look at Liverpool. They're just running away with it. I think our goal in the Premier League has got to be to get top 4. That'll get us Champions League football for next year, and we can start building our team even more. Expecting anything more was just foolish from my part. But yeah, I'm kind of worried about our objectives because right now we're 6th in the Premier League. We need to get top 4. Forget 5 wins against the top 6 clubs. We've not even got 1 so far. Even to win a trophy, we somehow need to get through Arsenal, which I have no idea how we're going to do. But okay, here we go. Carabao Cup quarterfinals. What do I do for the lineup? I think I want to start Marcus Rashford. I've got a feeling in a game like this, he can shine. But do I play Barlow and, of course, Wheatley? So far, I've trusted them and they've delivered, but this is completely different. We're up against Arsenal, and I have a feeling they're going to start their strongest team too. But you know what? Let's do it. We stuck with Wheatley and Barlow throughout this Carabao Cup. Let's give them a chance to shine and do the impossible. Bro, this already feels like the biggest game of our season. I see the run you're making, Rashford. I see you, and he's taking a really nice first touch. This could be massive. Marcus Rashford, but Donnarumma, what a save. Can't believe Arsenal have managed to sign the Italian. I just realized this is the first time Saka and Saki are going to be on the same pitch. I see some good runs being made. Oh, that's brilliant from Ruksaki. He floored Saliba there, and he's actually scored. Wonderful stuff from Ruksaki. And he's done that with Bukayo Saka watching. Bro, this might be goal of the season contender because he just floored Saliba there. Unbelievable. And now we can actually dream, boys. We're leading 1-0. If we can hold on to this, we'll be in a semi-final. Oh, man, it's Saka versus Saki, and Saki wins the battle there. Let's go. Ruksaki, bro, he's having the best game of his life. I can't believe it. He scored another one. This kid is something special, and I'm so glad we bet our chips on him to make him a starter. Arsenal is still on the attack with Odegaard, and they do get a goal back. But wait, we've got a chance here to wrap this game off. Marcus Rashford, no, he could have done better there. To be honest, I don't want to criticize Rashford too much. This game, he's actually given it everything. He's been everywhere on the pitch, tracking back and defending too. Come on, man. The game should be over now. Referee, just blow the whistle. End it. And yes, boys. Oh, my days. What a grind this was. But we've made it through semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Here we come. But oh, man, the pain just never ends. We're going to have to deal with 2 legs against Man City if we want to win the Carabao Cup. And man, this season has honestly been such a weird one. In the Premier League, we seemingly have just completely fallen off. Kind of like last season. In fact, even top 4 is now looking really, really tough unless we can really push on. At the same time, we've got a chance to win a trophy with Crystal Palace. I don't know what's more important. Do we focus more on just the Premier League or maybe like the Carabao Cup? Premier League does give us a way into the Champions League, and if we want to progress with Palace and make them one of the best clubs in the world, we need to make Champions League football. So yeah, we're in a really tough spot right now. In terms of our board objectives though, it's not looking good for the top 4 finish. Not even looking good for the wins against the top 6 Prem clubs. It really feels like we're resting all our hope on winning that Carabao Cup, which could end horribly wrong. Next episode, though, we've got the transfer window, the semi-finals against Man City. I think we're going to find out a lot about my future here at Palace in the next one.